after spray painting, I'm going to detach all the parts from their clips so that I can get them ready for tomorrow. Well, the hobby club meeting is not tomorrow, but, you know, later. Alright, there shouldn't be any more parts to paint by the spray paint now. Shouldn't have to anyway. And you can unclip the silver parts too. Now, it doesn't matter if the silver muffler has a bit of damage because, well, it scrapes along the bottom of the ground, so you'd expect damage there. But I am going to have to use the sanding sticks to carefully fix the hood. This sanding stick is not enough. This sanding stick should be enough to scrape away at the hood and get rid of the snow bullet damage. However, you don't want it to do that. Well, you know, it'll be sprayed in again. So you just wear away at it bit by bit until you get all the snow damage off of there, if I can. If not, because it's so subtle, it might just get another bit of black paint, you know, like another bit of pattern over top. We'll see. And of course there's this giant one. It's emery boards. That's what I bought. Giant emery boards. But first I have to cut the parts off their sprue tree runners. Separate them now. So the seats get separated from the dashboard, because I have an idea for the seats. You don't need that much on the muffler. That's enough. There we go. So what I'm thinking is you take the emery board to the hood and you just do concentric circles all the way around and see if I can get rid of the snow effect. And of course I have sandpaper as well, but I don't know if it's fine enough to do anything. I mean, you can rip off a small piece and then just carefully apply it like so, but I don't know if that's going to do much at all. I mean, it's scratching it up, sure, but it's not actually getting off the snow damage. I mean, it's taking it down to primer in some spots. Yeah, it's not doing much at all. So that'll have to be probably resprayed, and maybe that'll get rid of the effect. So make sure you do spray painting on sunny days only, because the battle damage effect just doesn't look like I wanted it to. So right. But now I'm going to test the seats out. Now you don't need to keep part numbers on the seats, you know what they are. So carefully cutting here. There's one. There's the second one. There you go. Now, what you're going to do with the He-Man figure is you're going to see if it is able to be put in place. Let's see here. So, lift his arm up a bit. So I'm going to test it out on here and we'll see what we get. Be right back. There you go, see? 24 scale model car figures, Mega Construx figures can fit inside a 24 scale model car. That's good. Now these seats, of course, are going to be painted on the sides, because you see it missed some. But it did a pretty even job of getting both the seat back and the seat itself. So that's quite good. So now it's time to just get the seats put into proper bags, like all the remaining parts into proper bags, so that I can take them to the hobby club meeting. Alright, so there was supposed to be a big bag somewhere, wasn't there? Well, here it is. Alright, so every part remains with its sprue tree. It needs the silver Sharpie next. And tomorrow night when I do the video uploading, while I'm waiting, that's when I will be doing the packing up of everything for the hobby club meeting. So this doesn't need silver Sharpie, it's already silver. Same with these. The seats, well, they're readily identifiable and they look identical front to back. So you do the mirrors, which again are going to need some detail painting, but it's a flat matte black. There you go. This has a sprue tree part and a sprue tree number. You want to make sure you know the bottom from the top. That didn't have too much damage. The front bumper has a bit of pitting, of course. Okay, all right. But again, well, actually, wait a minute. I'm going to test something. The seat has a bit of pitting. Let's see if flat black from Tamiya will fix that, or folk art. What I found best with model building is when you're in the mood to paint or build, you do it, even if it stockpiles a whole bunch of footage, because when you're no longer in the mood to do it, you'll have all the footage backed up. So these are the 4 Tamiya folk art paints I have, and there's only one that's matte black, matte licorice. So the other 3 go away, and we're going to see what we get. So do the seat. Now I'm going to do the seat where it's pitted here and see if the brush painting takes care of everything, if it covers it up sufficiently or not. And the brush is thick enough that you're not going to see brush strokes. That's kind of good. So there we go. There you are. Not that I think this is going to work on the hood. It's too big of a piece, but see? So let's see. Do I need to do that on the other part? Yes, I do. So I'm going to make both look the same, at least in their interior section. And then we'll see how it goes from there. There you go. So we're going to see what it looks like. That'll be a good field test. I don't think that trying to do the hood like that would help. You can see the scratches and everything, so I'm going to have to go over it again with matte black and see if that works. Because I don't feel a surface difference. That's the thing. But let's try up here, where it's not going to be noticeable that much. Let's try up here. Let's see what this does. It's still showing through. It's going to need this spray paint applied. Okay. All right. Well, I tried. But while I'm here, I might as well look for the bottle paints I'm going to need to pack for the Hobby Club meeting. And I put them in my toolbox here because this is what I use. So let's just see what we can find. So we're going to check the guide for any parts that haven't been bottle painted yet. So, smoke satin. Well, I'm going to use the steel gray from Folk Art. Now, I don't see it on the table. There it is. So I got to write it down. So I got to find the markers. Got the black Stadler marker here. So instead of being smoke satin, it's going to be Folk Art steel gray. All right, so you add that into the box. You know you're going to need the licorice matte black for touch-ups. Good. White. All right, now which white? There are several to choose from. See? But I would say that I will use the multi-surface. Like, it's all satin. So I think it's a choice between the multi-surface wicker white satin and the multi-surface cottage white satin. So I know it's not flat white, but I don't think I have a flat white. I have a pearl white, but not a flat white. On to the next color. All those are chrome parts. Matte black, of course. Well, you already have it. Folk Art, matte licorice. Okay, so that's step 3. Step 4, nothing. Okay, it's already been spray painted. Step 5, the chassis has not been painted flat black yet. Step 6, the guns, steel brown. Well, it's not going to be testers, it's going to be Folk Art. Here's the brown choices for the weapons. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet, so I'm going to include both of them. Everything else in part 6 has been painted. Part 7, no colors needed, spray painted. Part 8, again, that's an assembly piece, and Folk Art silver. Okay, see? It hasn't been spray painted already, Folk Art silver. Okay, so that means... No, that's platinum. That's gunmetal. A moment to find the silver. 2 silvers to choose from, silver anniversary and silver sterling. Okay, that's good. All right, what next? Step 9. All these parts have been spray painted already. Okay, on to step 10. I have to find step 10. Come on, step 10. Ah, there it is. All those parts have been painted, so you're fine there. Step 11. Now these are where these lights come in. Folk Art. Light. Well, gee, it doesn't tell you what color it needs to be. Now there's a light blue and a light red, no doubt. So assuming those parts haven't been painted already. Ah, red. Passenger side blue. Okay, blue and red. Well, I've got the metallic ones for that. Metallic sapphire blue, metallic bright red. So there you go. That's good. So that's step 11 accounted for. Step 12 is wheel assembly, so you don't paint anything unless it's the inner wheel, which hasn't been painted yet. However, I'm only going to paint the outer surface of part 54. So let's find part 54 right now. There's part 54. Its part numbers have been highlighted, so it's the inner wheel, and it has to be that side that's painted, because this wheel retainer plug with no glue has to go in without any paint obscuring it. Mystery part number 7, which has been primed, but only appears underneath everything right there. That looks suspiciously like part 7, although it's not mentioned anywhere in the guide. But if you turn the car over, oh, sorry, bottom of the chassis then. See? See? Look, there's a gap. But look at this. You can put that in place, and there you go. So I gotta label that on the guide. There you go. And then you have the taillights. So you don't have them colored yet. That probably occurs, here you go, amber, steel, semi-gloss. Now that's a tester's color. No, that's a flat gray. That's a gull gray. So you need steel and turned single amber. All right. Well, I'm going to find the amber then. That's from the tester's bin. There we go. So you've got the flat steel and the turn signal amber. It actually is called turn signal amber, so it's the perfect one. Good. So that's part 14. You've already got the white, you've got the silver. You'll probably use silver anniversary now. It seems to suggest the rear bumper is painted silver, so that involves masking. Backup lights are white gloss. Now, that's satin. That's satin. Find a gloss white. Or shiny wicker white. Since you have multi-surface wicker white for some parts, you have shiny wicker white for the others. Perfect. Silver sterling, see, right there. Window trim is also silver. Posts are flat black. Dark silver here, all the flat black stuff. So silver interior with the toothpick. Custom license plate only. Okay, so all the colors are accounted for. Now it's just time to get some more Ziploc bags and pack up all the parts. So that's going to be all for... And I'll come back when the parts are packed up. All right, so there's all the parts that have been painted. Take the picture. There you go. So they can all be added into the... I'm going to leave the bucket, the car body, and the chassis here. There we go. Not going to try to force anything into place today. And the remaining parts are parts that are already colored. See, so you don't have to color them. The tires, the chrome parts, these clear parts, which are probably headlights and the like. Okay. So everything goes now into the